Hello everyone, and welcome to today's history video. This week we'll be bringing you some anecdotes that are coming fast and furious. On the 20th of April 1959, several youths took up some old-fashioned street racing along State Road 63. Here in the Clintonian article titled, 7 Clinton Teenagers Hurt in Road 63 Accident. 7 Clinton high school students were injured Sunday night as an aftermath to a drag racing incident which occurred on the old blacktop State Road 63 north of Summit Grove. Bonnie Hyde of Universal and Dorothy Toney, 16, of 1129 South 8th Street, both juniors at the local high school, were admitted to the Vermilion County Hospital after the machine in which they were riding crashed into a utility pole and turned onto its side with the pole falling on top of it. Miss Hyde received cuts and contusions on the right side of the head and a hip injury, while Miss Toney was reported to be suffering from shock. Also sustaining injuries in the incident but released following emergency treatment were Dale Nolan, 17, of 1103 South 8th Street, driver of the 1957 Oldsmobile owned by Charles Hyde of Universal. Nolan, a junior, received abrasions and bruises. Patrick Marshall, 18, of 334 Wabash Street, a CHS senior, also sustained bruises. Junior Edward Rice, 18, of 1016 South 5th Street, suffered a head laceration. Marilyn Shue, 15-year-old sophomore of South Main Street, also sustained bruises. And Alan Shue, 19, of South Main Street, a 1958 CHS graduate, suffered a broken tooth and bruises. The injured persons were taken to the hospital in a Frist Funeral Home ambulance and in a second car at the scene, while the Hyde car, reported to be a total wreck, was towed to the Clinton Ford sales garage. The youths stated that they had been drag racing with senior Alan Andrews, 18, of 833 South 4th Street, who was driving a 1958 Buick owned by his father. Passengers in his car were seniors John Balone, 17, of 327 Vine Street, Quentin Ave, 18, of Route 2 Clinton, and Tommy Cadle, 19, of 934 South 6th Street. After attending a party earlier in the evening, the teenagers drove to the little-used portion of the old State Road 63 and raced north. They turned around and were heading back toward Clinton at about 7:30 p.m. when Nolan lost control of the vehicle on the wet blacktop north of the Salem Church, causing it to skid 300 feet before smashing into a utility pole. The cars were not racing at the time of the mishap, the driver said. Deputy Sheriff Milo Heskett investigated the accident. Thank you for taking a tour of local history with us in the Fast Lane today, folks. We appreciate you taking a turn with us, and as we approach pit lane, we hope you might subscribe and share other history of local racing down below. If you have other articles or racing history you'd like us to cover, don't be afraid to request it. Thank you. Have a good week. Bye.